everybody! Welcome to tonight's episode of Ravenloft Misfits. It is Misfit Monday, and I am Johnny, I'm the DM. I'm going to be putting a link in the chat for all the cast names, socials, and pronouns, and then you can also see it in the episode description. We usually... Okay, cool, it worked. We usually stream each Monday, which I think we're going to be doing pretty... so next week will be good, but then the week after, I'll be at PAX West, so we won't be streaming on that Monday. Anyways, hey! Subscribe, follow, do the things, tell people about it. There's a bunch of links that'll pop up in the chat in the episode description. You can join our Discord. Tell people. Give us a review, if you're so kind. Zack is not here. Forgot to change his name from Poop. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Incredible.
I almost,
behind the scenes look, everyone.
I almost got through without saying or doing anything to fuck it up, and then it was just right there the whole time. Anyways, yeah, Zack isn't here just yet. Got slammed at his job, so he is going to be here pretty soon. But since we're starting with Vaughn and their journey, we're just gonna go ahead and start, and then whenever he gets here, we'll add him in. But we have Roll20 to talk about. Shit. I'm panicking. I don't know what to do.
You know what's great about Roll20?
What's great about Roll20?
Oh, I mean, a lot of things, but for one, it is like, you know, I'm running off a hotspot on my phone in an Airbnb somewhere in Tampa. I don't know where I am, and you know what? Roll20's running great on it, regardless, and I still get to be here and have all my stuff and conveniences that I would have at home with my normal computer, but instead I'm here with my friends. So
Yay.
if you want to have that same experience with your laptop sitting on two weird nightstands in a weird, very cold room next to a pool, you could also do that. You just got to go over to roll20.net. Thank you, Roll20.
Thanks, Roll20. That sounds like such a great time.
It's so cold.
Roll20.net.
What else? Let's see. You can also check out our awesome Sirenscape that allows us to use their awesome music and stuff like that. It's really cool. Check it out. It is Sirenscape. There's a link in the chat and the episode description. There we go. Super Siren subscriber gives you access to a bunch of different sounds that are made for a bunch of D&D adventures, Call of Cthulhu adventures, Pathfinder, Starfinder. A lot of stuff is in this, and if you do the Super Siren subscriber, after following our link, you'll actually support the channel too. So, check it out. It's really awesome. I love it. Yeah. All right. Recap. So, if you're here, hopefully you saw the last episode. That one was a recording that we did last Tuesday, which released this past Friday. I know that that's a short time to get caught up, but if you haven't seen number 93, this is going to be 94. I'm going to do a little recap. So, spoilers. Cool. At the beginning of the session, Katya had spoken to a older farmer woman that had Katya basically told them to tell the people of Valakai to chill out and not do anything to the adventurers that have just killed their leader and all of her followers. You then learned through Aurora that Leilyn was being held hostage in the Burgomaster's old mansion that had since been repurposed into a hunter's lodge. So you gave the other victim that was being strung up on the other spot that was still barely alive, you gave her to Aurora, and she bounded off in her werewolven form over the walls and near the Vistani camp for you to return and group back up. You then snuck over and around to the guard barracks where Katya and Sorsha were able to sneak up the tower, and while going around that tower, you were able to look inside and see an old friend, which was Frederick, the NPC that had introduced Valakai and its rules to the original Misfits that had first entered Valakai very long time ago. 3 years-ish. Wild. Anyways, after finding Frederick, Katya spoke to him and convinced him to support each of you and tell the other guards to basically chill out as well, that you guys didn't mean any harm, that they didn't need to fight, and rather they shouldn't, or else. You then planned your approach to rescue Leilyn, which Vaughn and Sorsha, who is still in spider form, you two were casted invisible, and Lumaria casted fly on all for you two and themselves. You were able to fly up invisibly, doing a 360 around the mansion, which then you found an attic which you were able to then enter and go down a trapdoor which entered into the master bedroom. You were able to look around through Sorsha, speaking telepathically to you about what she sees as she crawls through the house. And then as you were looking in the closet trying to find some sort of answers or what this room may have been, you heard the door behind you open and the huntress entered. You just barely, thanks to your psionic knack for the first time in this campaign, you actually used it. You were able to pass that crazy high perception check, and you closed the closet door. So, as you heard her lay onto the bed out in the master bedroom, flipping through the book, you heard a thud on the other side of the wall. Now, what would you like to do?
I believe I have a plan.
Okay.
But first, I would like to...
Great to hear.
Yeah, would love to hear that I actually have a plan, that I actually used my few days to think about it and figure out what I was going to do about the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the convenient thing about having time between sessions. Where are my friends kind of in relation to the building itself? Like, I know they're like a slight distance away, but how far is everyone away?
So, I imagine that everybody had stayed in the spot that they were in. If that changes, we will need to do stealth checks, which...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, like, where
is going to be without passive, without a trace. So, they are going to be roughly around, like, probably like 300 feet away.
Okay.
Probably more, to be honest, but I'm going to go check right now.
Are they...
What?
Is it to the north of... I assume it's the south. Because the guard tower's to the south? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah. Just about like 200 feet away.
Okay. 200 feet away on the side of the building that is further away from me.
So they would be 300 feet to get like around the guard barracks, which they can make their way over here because nobody's on the guard tower. Yeah, to do it without being seen and rushing past all of the guards, it would be 350.
Yeah, and what I famously know about almost everyone left behind is that they are not stealthy. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's not do that one.
Okay.
I will shoot them a message that just goes, I guess I'll just like broadcast it to everyone that just goes, I heard something on the other side of the wall, and I believe Leilyn to be there. I believe we're going to try something, I think. If you have the spell, which I think you do. And hopefully that should be able to give us an opening, but it might create a bit of noise.
What's that spell?
The walls here are stone, so if we could stone shape kind of diagonally from where we are, we could remove both the exterior wall of the building and then this wall that is blocking me from where I believe Leilyn to be. And then we just have a clear opening out, at least enough for me to see Leilyn and outside, and I can get her out.
Yeah, I can do that.
With the vortex warp, but then she will be out 90 feet away by herself in whatever state she's currently in. Because if it makes noise, we'll have to act fast.
I've got another thing I can do. I can cast silence.
Mm-hmm. How close do you have to be to cast that?
Well, we can try and do the trick I tried to do earlier. I cast it on a bullet and then have Beatrice shoot it in the right spot, because Beatrice, you can aim from far away.
You can fly,
I can hit a wall from 300 feet.
Yeah, and you can fly.
How loud is your gun?
Well, if the bullet has silence cast on it, silent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Oh, well then.
So
correct.
we might not even need stone shape.
Well, I mean,
The bullet,
That's wild. That's so fucking
So you
the
could
bullet
just
certainly wouldn't blast
through
through
the
the
wall.
wall. Oh,
Well, no,
well.
but you could, because it'll be quiet, so you can like punch through the wall or something. You just
But
need a little bit to see in there, so you
The
don't need
issue-
to like knock down the whole wall.
Before we do that, I really like the idea of the plan. Sorsha, is stone shape, does it require a verbal component? Because if it does, you won't be able to cast it within the
Stone
space.
Shape does.
Dang it!
I do love the plan, though. I just also remembered that it has a verbal component.
Yeah. Verbal, somatic,
So we'd be
and
unable-
material.
We'd be unable to cast it. Unless we, like... I mean, if the
Really
issue is
thread
it's
the
going to make
needle.
a sound, then...
If one of us were a sorcerer.
Damn. The one time we want one.
listen,
I don't like
give me
sorcerers
a
are not my
level.
thing.
Give you a level.
No, my charisma's not high enough. Could you imagine?
Yeah,
Insane.
can you let me like redo my feats so I can take the sorcerer, get 2
Sure.
sorcery points? Yeah,
Why not?
that's-
That's all it takes.
yeah.
So easy, yeah.
I could have gone draconic sorcerer. That would have worked.
But yeah,
Alright.
I do like the stealth bullet plan. However, it just won't work necessarily with that option.
How long
She's
does
just
silence
lounging
last?
in here reading, though, it sounds like.
10 minutes.
How long? 10 minutes? Oh, that doesn't seem like enough time to get through the wall.
If you just kept shooting.
Well, no, I mean for you maybe trying to like
I mean,
use
how
the cover of silence to break down the wall.
How sturdy does this wall look? This
Yeah, can
house
you-
has
can
been
you use a
damaged by
little-
fire.
If you can fly there, can you use your little cannon thing to blow open the wall?
So,
I assumed we didn't want me getting too close. I thought we would want me to fire from a distance, but
Fair.
I'm not stealthy, so I will be spotted.
All right.
the wall to where the thud you saw, that one seems to be
Less sturdy than the other one.
more sturdy than the
Oh, right,
one
'cause
that
they
seems to go
reinforced it, right.
outside, because this seems to be like they reinforced this to make sure that whoever was inside couldn't get out still.
What? Werewolves are
regardless of the
strong?
fire. What? No way. So, but on the one that leads outside, go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
We'll say,
Hey,
since
this is us rolling for
stone-
wall.
Rolling for wall.
Roll for wall.
Since this is a stone wall, I'll say that you'll have to get like 16 to 18 says it's like not super sturdy, and then 19 and 20 means like you could break it.
Natural 20.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh.
It's made out of
Wow.
paper.
It's made out of paper, yeah.
And it's full of holes already, actually.
Johnny, have you forgotten? Vaughn is the strongest
You're
person
so
in
right.
Barovia.
How could I fucking forget?
The strongest.
My God. Literally, like... All right.
Actually, this wall looks paper thin. Maybe if we do shoot it, it will just fall apart. It might be harder to get to Leilyn.
So,
I don't know if there are any eyes on this side of the building. That would be my only concern if we try to bullet through it. Go ahead, Johnny.
One of the things that you notice, as you're like looking over the wall, you're moving some of the clothes out of the way, and that's when you finally see that there is like this patchwork of a job of like a wooden plank that they put on the side of it, and like on the other side of it is just this hole. And I will even say there is, with a fucking natural 20, there is like a small corner that leads into the other side of this wall.
I'm laying down.
Yeah.
Or Sorsha's a spider. Sorsha?
True. Yeah, spider would be able to fit in. So.
I will still lay down on the ground because I do want to try to see Leilyn.
Absolutely.
So I have another question. I do have blind sense out to 10 feet, so if I get down to that level, I should be able to... Because it's not behind total cover, but if there's a hole in the wall, then I can see through it.
You're right. Sure. Why not? That's just fucking enough. All right. So, one of the things that you notice is, first, Leilyn's hand.
Oh.
The second thing you notice is manacles on them. And looking just this like small little bit, go ahead and do a perception check as well.
Oh, Vaughn.
Or investigation, either one.
Is Sorsha helping me with this?
Sure,
yes, no. Okay.
Okay, 17.
17 good enough?
So, looking at these manacles, they seem to be silver manacles, which leads you to believe this is probably what's preventing them from changing.
Makes sense.
You also see that they are gagged and blinded. So,
Ellen, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, your magical trinket.
Vortex warp.
Yes. So, the act of triggering it...
A creature must take an action to trigger the item.
Okay. Is this triggering the item make sound? Is it like casting the spell?
It functions as the spell functions. So if the spell does not make noise, then no. So,
and what is Vortex Warp?
You magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. The creature must succeed on a Constitution save, or they can choose to fail. Or if the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The chosen space must be on a surface or in a liquid that can support the targets without the target having to squeeze. Does not make noise.
Vocal component, but like,
that's not.
If a thing can't speak, which it says any creature can cast this spell, so I almost think that just goes around it entirely. So
I think it's just you hit a button on the remote that says you transport them.
That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, like that is just part of the feature. That's what I'm gonna rule as, because that just makes sense.
So, okay, to lay out this scene, do I see the other individuals that are in this room, or just Leilyn?
I would say with like a blind sense,
Sorsha can also scoot in there.
But Sorsha communicates to you. Oh my God, there's two others in here too.
How are they doing?
They look almost as bad. Not good.
All right. Great. But they're alive. That's usually good. Okay. So, and I can see out of the building, yes? From this, like, hole that we have? So I can
Absolutely.
I can see Leilyn.
Yeah.
I can see outside the building.
Mm-hmm.
With
I
my
will
blind
say,
sense,
though,
I can.
like-
yes, tell me.
If you can get them out like 10 feet from the building itself. From this point of view. If you try and open up this hole that leads out a little more, because it doesn't matter if you see them, that's totally fine. Like, they're already good. But if you want to push them further, which I think is 60 feet is the top
It's
of
a 90-foot
vortex
range.
90 feet. If you want to hit that 90 feet, you're going to have to try and stone shape or knock a little bit off in order to do so. Yeah.
I'll go back to relaying my friends. So there's Leilyn and there's two others in that room. I can see them and I can see slightly out. There's a tiny hole that I've seen. It's not great and I can't get them very far if I shoot through it. If we try the silence route, I could make the hole bigger, either by shooting it or not, but I am also afraid that everyone will sense how quiet it is.
What about just trying to
It just
You're
kind of
muted,
depends
Ellen.
where we.
Go ahead, Citron.
It just kind of depends where we aim.
I was also going to say, what is the space on silence? What's the radius?
20-foot radius.
So it's pretty big. Okay.
Mhm.
I was going to say, can you just try and
Hit the roof?
I was going to say, could you try and muffle the door? So, because all you have to do is like scrape, right? It would be like a sleight of hand check to try and do it quietly.
The wall you're talking about?
Yeah. Like, how much is it? Like, you have to remove a brick?
Well,
Jesus,
that is
it's a huge circle.
That's a huge
Yes,
circle.
huge.
But
Ooh.
that is about what you would be able to do. I mean, you could point at a
Fire
point
at
that's
the ground.
just outside and then hit that. Yeah. We'll put it on the battle map for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, how far am I from that? I assume I'm within range. I have on my weapon. It's
You would have to get to the other side of the building because you guys are on the south side currently, so you'd still have to do some maneuvering, but like theoretically, if you guys can do it in like a super roundabout way, you wouldn't get noticed by the hunters?
Where is Bocephalus?
I left my
Great
dog
question.
out there with you guys.
I mean, you
So
could just use an
instead-
action to bring Bocephalus out to you as well.
That's
If you
also
needed
true.
it.
Oh, I'm also just realizing my
Yeah.
gun's range is only 30 to 90 feet, maybe? Because I have an
Really?
extreme...
Katya has a heavy crossbow, I think, for some reason.
Correct.
And I
You
believe
also-
its range is 600.
I think
Yeah.
it's 100, 600. Yeah. So it'll be disadvantage, but like you could also just
You're
help
hitting a
and then
wall.
get like a regular
Yeah.
shot. Yeah.
My extreme range comes from spell sniper. So it only affects spells, giving them the double range.
I see.
Which is why it's like,
Okay.
it's still a gun, but it doesn't fire anywhere near as far.
True, because
Okay,
I guess that's the
okay.
whole thing with like, well, I would give it, dude. Well, I guess it is a black. Anyways, yeah,
Just
yeah, that makes
give
sense.
Beatrice bad news.
Yeah,
just give her
I
Percy's
mean,
sniper
she
rifle.
basically has it already with how much she does with fucking Firebolt.
Well, it's so
Yeah.
so if Bocephalus is with us, if Bocephalus has a dog color, for instance, I cast silence on that, can you summon Bocephalus to you? Or would it be weird to just have Bocephalus like just as I mean, granted it's a weird dog, but like what's Bocephalus's
Oh, I'd have
quietness,
to. I'd have
stealth?
to. Bocephalus isn't the stealthiest of creatures, and
Yeah.
wouldn't have the same. Like, and re-entering our little pass without trace circle.
Mhm.
Technically, he would have been in it before when we started it, but
Now I need to go open Lumaria.
me as Vaughn has no reason to be like, oh yeah, the Huntress will totally notice that the second Bocephalus shows
Yeah.
up, but me Becca Morgan knows that like my dog is not quiet enough for that
Oh,
Do you know
no.
how
Yeah.
loud that thing breathes?
You would know. You would know. He's not
My
quiet.
dog is so loud. Yeah, find familiar.
All right, I might need to just give up on this idea. One of these days, this idea will work.
Well, Lumari
One of these
is
situations.
still an option. If
Yes.
we're trying to do that, we can have Lumari go around, and Lumari has a fucking wild stealth score. The only thing is, well, oh no, the flying would have gone away by now. So,
I think I have to be within 100 feet of Bocephalus to make him go away. With like the way that it's phrased in here, while you're familiar with within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, blah blah blah, and you can make them disappear.
yeah.
It's
Well,
like
wherever they are, I
additionally.
think you can make them. I think you can do that no matter where they are.
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't know if it'd be able to take things with it.
True.
So, I mean, either I can drop the werewolves just outside 10 feet, but they don't look in great shape. Granted, I haven't tried to communicate with them. Maybe they're actually doing great and having a good old time. However, I doubt that.
It's Barovia. Chances are no.
No, that tracks, I suppose.
Okay.
Good God.
We do have another spell slot for. Oh wait, no. Lumari cast darkness, and then we cast fly, so we do not have another spell slot.
Okay. Well, shit.
Do we just want to do it? Do we just want to commit to the bit and do it? I don't know what, but like...
Just go for it. What are we doing?
I mean, how loud is Stone Shape going to be?
Well, I don't know. What else? Sorsha, what else do you have in here?
I guess you
I'm being real
guys
bold and
kind
opening
of
another
do
character
know
sheet.
stone shape. I mean, depending on the volume of what stone you're moving, I mean, it's like of moving stone out. Like you are pretty much excavating with this spell. However, the volume in which you are using it isn't as drastic as it was when you were in the
Okay, no, you're
the
not.
Minecraft
You're not
tunnel?
excavating it. It says section of stone. You form it into any shape that suits your purpose.
Sure. What I mean
so I can
is
shape it
it's
into a
still
weapon,
moving.
but like I don't.
It's like you're still moving the stone. The stone needs to go somewhere as you're forming it. You know, it's not like it turns into jelly and then finally formed back into stone. It's like you are moving stone on stone in order to get this to move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like vanishing it. It's
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I imagine it would be about as loud as crushing a rock.
Right.
Because that's
Yeah.
the action that you have to do, right?
Yeah.
To cast it.
Soft clay, which must be worked into roughly the desired shape of the stone object.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
What can if Sorsha looks
see if
through
they go
that hole?
together.
What can she see? Because a spider's a creature. The hole is tiny. Sorsha
You're
could
gonna-
cast it as a
Yes,
spider.
Becca, yes.
All right,
Yes,
all
Becca,
right.
yes.
Right?
Cool,
So
there is
what's
that is
Sorsha's
the missing
fucking,
piece right there.
What's Sorsha's
All right.
range of looking as a spider through the hole?
Yeah, no, for sure, since she's like able
She's
to get
tiny,
down
she's-
into there. Yeah. This looks like a
She's
giant
such-
cavern to her. Incredible.
She can see so much out there.
All right. Let me
Oh
see.
god, this is so
I don't think
stupid.
it's so good though. I love it. It's very D&D. Yeah, okay, cool. It doesn't have like blind sense or
Little
anything. It just
spider.
has dark vision. Incredible.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Well,
Yeah. No, can our spider see far enough away? We give the spider the remote.
Do you want to do anything else before this goes off?
Yes, I am going to establish a telepathic bond with Leilyn and the other werewolves.
Okay.
We have it for 3 hours.
Great. Does that
I
stop your
Nope.
other ones?
Nope.
Fuck, that's wild.
I read it last time. I
Holy
just am
shit.
continuing to stack them. I have up to 8 of them.
That's fucking wild.
It's like it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, this should have a limit, and it doesn't.
It doesn't. Interesting.
There's so many things should have limits.
yeah.
It's like it's only limited to I can only do it 8 times, but like I can't just stop doing it.
I'm going to use emboldening bond right now.
On who?
Everyone who's not over there. So, me, Beatrice, Katya, Lumaria, and
Esmeralda is there too.
Esmeralda, yeah, that's the name I was thinking of. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah, I reread it again. It doesn't say it. But yeah, I'm gonna establish that, and I'm just gonna go. I think Vaughn in their own head just goes, "Don't do it, and don't say it normally. Don't be creepy." And I go, "Hello, Leilyn."
there is no response.
Leilyn.
It seems because you get the idea that because she's unconscious.
Okay.
You can see like every once in a while her hands twitch, so she's not dead. She's just
Right.
unconscious at the moment.
All right. Well, shit. Knock knock, other werewolves that I don't know. Are either of you awake? Okay. I'll report. Heads up, everyone. All 3 of these werewolves are unconscious, so
I feel like we should maybe get to that side of the building. Because right now we're as far as possible from them, and we are going to need to get them out of there.
Yeah.
if you guys could,
Yeah.
or if you all are frightened of getting caught or anything, perhaps Lumaria could get closer. We just need. I don't want to just send them in their current state out there by themselves.
How many? 4?
There's 3 of them.
3. We need at least 2 people to carry them.
Right.
Barring anything else, we need at least 2 people who can let one, Lumaria carrying 2, someone else carrying 1, or some other assortment.
My dog's not strong enough to carry anyone.
Who's the next stealthiest person to get over there?
Esmeralda could.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, yeah. And she can
Okay.
fly, right?
She could fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're sending
You guys-
Esmeralda and we're sending Lumaria out to.
Lumaria.
Do we want to cause a distraction on the other side, or do we want this to be just as stealthy as possible? And if I hear things start to go bad, then we trigger something.
How far are we from the south side of the building? Are we within my fire range?
So if you're
Like
trying to
200 feet?
shoot it, you guys are. You're about 200 feet as the crow flies. Jesus, I almost said as the fly crows. But as the crow flies,
One's a door, not a door.
You are about 200 feet away.
Okay, yeah, I think if you if you think things are going bad over there,
Mhm.
I can start hitting it from firebolts from here without even having to move. I've got 240 feet of range, or
All right.
240 feet of range, so I can just start firing on that
That's
side
a
of the
lot of
building.
numbers.
You also have, need I remind you, a fucking ballista that can be shot at any time.
Right.
So
Which the symbol for that was some sort of flare, which
some sort of
honestly,
like light thing.
yeah.
Chekhov's ballista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Chekhov wrote.
What do you think, Citron? You got
Notoriously.
any? What do you think about distraction or otherwise?
I mean, like what I could do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I can knock on the door.
Or would it make sense for, like, since you have healing and these guys are potentially, like,
Yeah,
injured?
I think if I can. So are we worried about being seen? But if I cast silence, oh my god, I need to stop talking about silence. If I cast silence on myself, I can at least move stealthily.
That's not
But then I also
that's
wouldn't-
not bad actually, because
Yeah.
Beatrice and Katya both have disadvantage because of sound
Yeah.
with their
Mhm.
Metal clink 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 clinks. So that could work.
How loud is the city right now? Are people like freaking out still? There was just, a lot
Right,
of stuff
right.
that happened. Like, what's like the general noise level of the city? Are they getting
So-
complaints? Like, what's up? What's the HOA saying? What's the noise ordinance?
It seems to have subsided for now. Every once in a while you'll hear someone screaming, running off as they just discovered what happened in the town square. Like, you have to remember that like the town square obviously is a central part of the town, but like the sound of what happened there isn't also going to travel all the way around. They do see people running and people are like, what's going on? And then they see that nothing is happening anymore. And so it kind of just naturally dies down. And it's been about, I think, like 30 minutes since the events ended. So far it seems quiet enough. There's not people going around like there usually is, like the business in the streets or people walking. That's definitely died down. But there's no like screaming and running for their lives.
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
I mean, I think it would be great if we could just heal him right away.
Do we have any, like,
healing potions?
that's what I was going to say. Do we have anything that we
says.
can just give to Esmeralda that we want to use?
I don't have any. Vaughn doesn't have any healing potions from what I see. I don't know if. I mean, Sorsha's a spider right now, so that's not really helpful on that front. But we need her to be a spider still.
How do you plan to get out of there? We have to create a distraction for you to get
I don't
out,
have
right?
a plan. I haven't gotten that far. That's not one of my worries at the moment. My worries are getting these people out of here.
Vortex warp.
Vortex warp, but you can't vortex warp yourself.
Vortex.
Sorsha
Sorsha
can
casts
vortex warp Vaughn.
Yeah,
and then Sorsha's a spider, and then
Sorsha's a spider, and you can just leave the item.
Yeah.
You can just leave the item. I don't give a shit about the
She's
item.
gonna leave the fucking item. Yeah, she's not gonna use it. Yeah,
because you can just make a new one.
Yeah, it
Right.
doesn't. Yeah, it can just be anything.
It's just like a coin or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sorsha will just crawl into the building as a spider.
Okay.
an invisible spider. Well, actually, it wouldn't be invisible
'cause
anymore, but still has pass without trace.
Mhm.
Still has pass without trace. So an invisible,
a spider.
very quiet spider.
Also, like, who's gonna be like, that spider's the reason that all of our werewolves got free?
Right. Even if they get seen,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
gonna be like, just
so
like leave.
we get Esmeralda and Lumaria on that side of the building ready for pickup extraction. Then we have Vaughn vortex warp them out, or sorry, Sorsha vortex warps werewolves out, then Vaughn out.
Yeah.
Then Spider Sorsha crawls out the window and jumps down to them, so they still have pass without a trace on them. And can
Ideally, if that's
that-
how it can work.
Yeah.
because all that to me reads, we can get away with it with maybe out without a distraction.
I mean, theoretically, the part that'll take the longest is Spider Sorsha climbing down, right?
Right.
Yeah, they have a movement speed of 20.
Yeah. So that'll be the longest part, because the rest of it is, it's an action to vortex warp?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then so it'll be
Warp,
20 seconds
6
total.
seconds warp. Yep.
Is that math? Yeah, no, 24.
24. But
I can do math. Sorry, we don't do math here. My apologies.
Right,
no one
right.
look. Roll 20,
Roll
don't look.
20.
No.
I mean, theoretically, if you would, it shouldn't make a sound, but if you heard a weird sound and you're like lounging in bed, you're not going to be like, I don't know. Let's just do it. Let's
I
just
think
see
we
what
just gotta
happens.
do it. And if it goes south, we start making distractions by firing on the other side of the building.
Incredible.
Yeah, we're starting. Yeah, so they're gonna move. They can probably do that pretty stealthily, and then Leilyn's obviously gonna be the first werewolf out.
Yeah.
All right.
I can do thaumaturgy. I can make a noise within range also to help.
What's
Yeah.
the range of that?
Distraction.
30 feet. So if I could just
Okay.
move around a little bit or just do something.
You are 200 feet away from the building.
We can still make some sort of like noise.
Yeah,
of
we
something.
can still make a sound.
That's
Yeah.
fine. If you want it, you are 200 feet away, so just keep that in mind while we execute this plan. That's all.
We'll continue to gauge the scene and see what happens.
Okay. All right.
At this point, we just got to commit to the bit.
I think
Yep,
so.
I am rolling stealth for Esmeralda. That is 23.
Ungodly high. Yep. That's kind of low for her, actually.
Yeah, she has a plus 10. So y'all have surpassed her in levels. I still need to level her up, but yeah, she's
finally at long last.
Mm-hmm. And then the wicked 12 for Lumaria. That is a 4, so a 15.
That'd be a 16.
Yeah.
16.
Not to do math. My apologies.
Right.
I mean, it's moving through the city. Maybe they'll be better. Do they have an emboldening bond?
Yes.
Oh, they do.
So they each get a D4?
Roll some D4s.
I don't have a D4 on there.
Why don't you have a
I do not have a
D4?
D4.
I don't have a D4 right up
That's
here.
So that's all we play on Triangle, I should see.
That is a 19 then. Or, right?
Oh,
yes.
way better.
16, what did we say? Yeah, 16.
Yes.
19. So that is way better. Okay. So, Lumaria and Esmeralda run around the guard barracks and get in position. Sorsha crawls down as you place this lone coin at the corner between the two. And immediately, Leilyn gets sent out. Lumaria grabs Leilyn and brings her around a corner. 6 seconds go by. Another one gets sent. Esmeralda runs, grabs that person, brings him around, and Lumaria comes back around. Another one goes. Lumaria grabs that one, brings them around the corner. And finally, you, Vaughn.
Hi.
And you get sent.
I give Sorsha a thumbs up. I'm still invisible.
There is absolutely nothing I can ask for. No roll that could go wrong. This is quite literally the most silent and perfect way that you could have done this. So, Vaughn, you also appear 90 feet away where you are on the edge of like a corner of a building where you see on the other side Lumaria and Esmeralda like waving for you to come over. You run around the corner. And then
we wait for Sorsha.
Sorsha crawls onto your shoulder. There is, I mean, 20 on a stealth check, which, I mean, like, even then...
It's still like if you're just a person...
It's a spider, and it's coming out of a whole, like, regardless of whatever I rolled, they would have just seen a spider.
It's a spider in Barovia.
Yeah.
Just tell me this place isn't full of them?
So
with
satisfying. Such a perfect plan that I literally could not find any cracks in. Like, this was as perfect as it gets. Now, how are you going to regroup? Are you bringing all of them back to the guard side, like around the barracks?
What happened? The Mardikovs have an inn here, yes? That's a true statement that everyone knows?
I mean, yes.
I mean,
Sorsha
did
would
they
say.
fully abandon it?
No.
Or if
Yes.
not, we can just go there, right? If
No,
it's abandoned.
They left their tavern because they went back to their family.
Would it have been reoccupied after they left? I assume we're telepathically relinked. Is that correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless we have another idea of a safe-ish place.
Can we just get out of the city and retreat now?
I mean, we could, yes, if we want to do that.
I mean, I know we have more business in town. I just don't think we should maybe do it with
Additional people.
additional injured
Right.
folks.
I just don't want to have to take them into the woods where, who knows what we'll find out there.
Right, I can...
We could just try to meet up with the rest of you. I just don't think that necessarily heading back around this building. I think if we kind of go, from what I remember of the map, we continue kind of westward at a diagonal point for each of us until we end up meeting each other again. Oh, look,
Yeah.
a map.
Give it a wide berth. Well, also, we're like in the midst, right? We're like down here. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
house.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
The
the
house
werewolf
is-
encampment is like up here to the northwest?
So,
Werewolf
that right?
encampments, way that
holy
way.
Vaughn.
Why am I
Right.
so big?
Yeah, I know, right? So that is about where y'all are on Vaughn team. And then Beatrice team is down right about, God, again.
Huge.
Vaughn and everyone who's not here.
Yep. And then Beatrice team is just about like there. Just out of sight as in the front where the guards are, and then off to the side.
I mean,
So
yeah,
the guards
I mean,
barracks is the bigger one, and then this one is the lodge.
Okay. So, I mean, we could just continue, like, vaguely each direction until we end up, like, there-ish. Right? Because then we're not getting closer to the Burgomaster house.
at the crossroads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this a gate out of the city? Or is
a
that
gate
just
out
a
of the
weird
city,
line?
Yeah. Mhm.
I assume it's
'Cause-
guarded, right?
Well, I mean, we killed a lot of the guard.
Ah.
And a werewolf did just jump their fence, like, not long ago. Because Aurora went that way, yes?
Mhm.
Let's just go westward until we meet up with each other, and then maybe we can wake Leilyn up and figure something out.
Yeah. What
Okay.
condition are they in now that they're outside? Like, can we see what they look like? Well,
They-
can you guys see what they
Yeah,
look like?
I'm holding Leilyn.
They're still unconscious, unless you can try and wake them up, which, I mean, even then they've been like starved, beaten, like they're pretty rough right now. Some food and some healing would definitely go a long way. But most importantly, they have those silver shackles that seem to be doing, like, keeping them in this state. Because
Oh, they're, like-
werewolves have like a pretty good healing factor. But
Are there, like, locks on the shackles?
yeah,
Okay.
there would be locks.
Yeah. We can pick these once we just need to be not near the building.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's just start moving. I'm just concerned that if we get to a newly populated area, I don't want, if you guys are carrying 3 prone figures, it's most likely going to attract some attention. Especially if they look
Right.
like they're wearing silvered manacles. People might clock them as werewolves.
If the lot of us think we can move relatively stealthily carrying these people, we could try to just come back down on the other side of the guard barracks and meet with you. But we are now each carrying a person.
Do we think we could just have Bocephalus fly over the portable hole and you could pop them in there so you could move more quickly?
I think it's more of a thing of technically they would have to hold their breaths and they are unconscious.
You don't have
Right.
to hold. There's air in there. There's just a limited amount of air.
Oh, yeah, then if we think my dog will be stealthy enough to do that, then I don't see why not.
Okay.
My dog isn't the most stealthy, but it can also make a wide berth. There's no reason as to why not.
All right.
Send my dog the long way around.
Okay. So go ahead and do a stealth
Oh.
check for Bocephalus then.
You know I don't have Bocephalus' character sheet open.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Just roll a d20.
Okay. I opened it already. It's too late. Not very stealthy. My dog did not roll well.
Oh no.
I've got an 8. How does that sound, everyone? My dog's
Oh,
gonna
no.
get shot down.
So,
Can I cast silence on Bocephalus?
I mean, there's a point where it's just a weird, fucked up
Yeah.
thing flying
I'm
in the
sorry,
air.
Yeah,
I'm-
it's just a bundle of arms flying.
yeah.
I'm
So,
gonna
Do
unprepare
I have a
this
reroll?
spell.
Oh yeah, do you?
huh?
Do I have a reroll?
That's a great question.
Also, I'll flash of genius it.
Oh, incredible, yeah. Yes, you
So
do.
plus
you
5?
do indeed.
I have a reroll. I already
You do.
closed Bocephalus' character sheet. What
Just
am I
roll a
doing?
d20.
No,
All right.
absolutely not.
Uneat again. Okay,
Well, it's still a flash of genius.
so
And I guess,
13.
no, I guess you couldn't really do Psionic Knack with that.
No, listen, it's fine. It's a tiny creature. We can't forget that. No matter how many arms I've sewn onto it, it still technically counts as a tiny creature.
So,
Whoever
I thought-
starts, I'm gonna say whatever guard looks like he notices Bocephalus, I'm going to shoot them.
it's actually not a guard. The
Oh.
guards would not see Bocephalus, but
It's gonna be a normal person. They're gonna start
the
screaming.
hunters
Oh,
that are
that's worse.
outside do. And immediately they see that and they take out their bow and they are going to
I
try
shoot
and
them.
shoot. You're going to shoot them?
I shoot them.
Okay.
That,
All right,
that
so-
weird tiny creature is holding one of the most valuable possessions I own. I am shooting them.
Well, they haven't. Bocephalus hasn't gotten to you yet because Bocephalus. Oh, wait, no, Bocephalus.
He's flying away
that's
from
right.
us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because going
Yeah.
back over. Yeah.
If
Okay.
I have
Well,
line of
I
sight
mean,
on the fighter, I
question,
want
I
to
guess-
shoot at them.
Okay, to go back to another conversation that we were having but then gave up on. If I make
Mhm.
Bocephalus disappear while Bocephalus is holding a thing, will Bocephalus reappear with me with the thing?
Oh.
Let me read Find Familiar.
If my dog eats the portable hole and then
We can cut
I
it out of him
teleport my
later.
dog back to me and then I just, reach into my dog's mouth because it's not a real dog, it's a fucked up thing that I've done.
Yeah.
And then I pull out the portable hole. Will I have a portable hole?
Or if it just holds it in its mouth.
That, I guess, is a better thing than I'm saying make my
Yeah.
dog swallow the hole. He's
No,
hungry.
I like that better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before my dog gets shot and I have to find 3 more gold of herbs.
As an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar. It disappears into a pocket dimension where it awaits
Oh,
your
no,
summons.
that's bad, actually. No, we can't do that with the portable hole.
Well, portable
Right?
hole in a pocket dimension, I think, is.
When it's closed, is it fine?
A pocket dimension is different than an extra dimensional space.
Right.
Okay.
Which
Because, like,
is what
isn't
a
Barovia
bag of
technically
holding
a
is.
pocket dimension?
Right. It's like a
Yeah.
demi-plane.
Bocephalus is just
Placing
in
a portable
Barovia
hole
too?
inside an extra dimensional space
Okay.
created by a bag of holding, Heward's haversack, or similar item instantly
Okay.
destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral
Mm.
plane. That is such a fucking wild thing.
It escalates so quickly.
I know.
That's
It's just like, yeah,
0
if
to
you
100.
just happen to do that,
Not
you
to be
just
that guy, but could that
go
free
to
us
the
from
astral plane.
Barovia?
So that is one of the caveats about Barovia is that you
Oh, is
cannot
that it
leave
doesn't?
unless
Doesn't
you
work.
have express permission from the Dark Lord, which would be Strahd in this case.
Even if we tear open space and time, he will not let us leave.
So that would just really fuck with y'all. Like, you might have like part of you split or something like that, which would be fucking tight. But yeah,
Not for us.
No.
It wouldn't be tight for us.
not for you, but like really cool. It's also, that would be like a really cool way to start a campaign, like your level 1 adventurers that fucked up and did that, and then like you start in the astral plane. That'd be fucking hilarious.
That'd be very cool.
Anyways,
So
okay,
what do we think about my dog?
so you could do that.
I
You
mean,
could
if
do
that works, then
Yeah.
we should just do that instead of have the dog fly over. Right?
Okay.
That seems. No, let's go do it.
All right,
It's like there's
I
got to be a
will
caveat
say-
to that. That's gonna. Yeah, here it is.
I will say. No, I don't want to fuck you guys over. I was gonna say that you would have to use another reroll in order to like go back and like. I'm not gonna do that because I'm not that kind of a DM. All right, so if you had this information, you would have known and you would have been able to use it. That's what I always fall back on. So
Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah.
you
Thank you.
make Bocephalus disappear
Thanks, Daddy.
and appear to.
Chatting.
All
We've
right,
made it
now
so
you have
far.
to use the reroll.
Damn it.
No. So you make it appear back in front of you. You're able to place down the portable hole, which just go ahead and do a stealth check. You still have Pass Without Trace up. I just
Oh.
want to see if
Am I?
any
No.
random
Is Vaughn
people-
still invisible?
Vaughn is still invisible. I
Okay.
will say this doesn't gain that because I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the entire group around you and this just extra dimensional hole that just appears in front of you.
This hole that I'm just dropping on the ground has a natural
Right.
20 for a
Holy
31 up to
fucking
a
shit.
41 sound.
Jesus Christ.
How's a 41 sound? A natural
yeah, 41
41?
sounds natural.
Do you need me to
41
use a
sounds
psionic
great.
knack?
Uh,
I'll roll a d8.
I love
Please roll a
Bocephalus,
D8.
but
You
know what? Go
it's
for
so
it. Go
clear
for it.
that
Why
they
not?
are the one loose thread in our perfectly synchronized team.
a 43, sure, why not? So, Jesus fucking Christ.
Sorry, Johnny.
No, this is great. I love it.
I said I want to do a stealth mission.
Mm-hmm. And you did it perfectly. You throw these bodies in there, you close up the hole. Each of you have stealth beyond whatever you would need in order to pass by each of, or actually, I guess, oh yeah, with Pass Without Trace, y'all are good. So you're able to make your way back around the guard post, regroup together, and you are now hidden in the shrubbery that is located just near the guard barracks. And I think that is a good point to go to break.
Woo.
So while we are on break, we're going to do a giveaway. We are going to be giving away a free copy of Tal'Dorei Reborn for Roll20. So if you'd like to gain a copy of that, you have to be a follower for 1 ticket, and then if you're a subscriber, you get 2. It'll be for Roll20, and the code is !stealth. So go ahead and do that now, and we will see you all in 15 minutes. Hopefully with
Dope.
Zack.
I
Hopefully.
know it's an exclamation point, but I feel like it should be like stealth.
Stealth.
All right, see y'all in 15.
Johnny went back to live instead of answering my question.
I had
That's
to.
avoidance.
The timer.
The toimer. Not the toimer.
It went out. The timer went out.
The
All right.
Toima!
The
We're
toimer.
gonna pick a winner.
Toima.
I wonder who it's gonna be. Oh my god, it's the DIY
Me.
witch.
Whoa.
Congrats. All right, I will
Yeah.
send you the code to that. Incredible. All right, so you have regrouped in the hidden shrubbery that is near the guard tower. You have people in the portable hole, which you can then easily, open up, take them
I'll
out, and be fine.
reopen the hole.
You are effectively hidden from most eyes There are some people that seem to just like look and see you're kind of gathering because there's nothing that's like a place that you can stay. It's just kind of out and away from everything else. So if you do want to fix that, that is something that you could do. But yeah, what would you all like to do?
I would like to try to pick some of these locks on these
Sure.
werewolves.
Yeah. We could just take 10 for each of them, because you're just going to take your time and make sure that they're done well. You're able to get each of them off. No problem.
Is silver good against anything aside from werewolves?
There are some creatures that have a exception for non-magical weapons, unless they're silvered. Like there are some other creatures like that, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. So.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna keep the shackles. Oh, also,
Sure,
once
good
one
call.
becomes visible again, I've got a sick bear cloak on.
Nice.
Very true.
Noise.
You just hear, "Who the fuck took my bear cloak?" from the lodge.
Priceless.
So,
Here
what do
they
y'all
are.
wanna do?
Oh yeah, does Lady Walker have lots of valuable things in her home that maybe we could use for spells?
Johnny is
You could assume.
Fiona, Lady of Wealth.
You could assume. Is that the
But you know
next
what assuming does?
destination?
It makes one of us look like an idiot. Sure.
Well,
All
I mean,
right.
we should do something about this first, right?
Right. Yeah, this first.
We are going to come back.
Yes.
True.
Yeah. Let's wake them up, I suppose.
Sorsha.
Sorsha, do you have a
asked
good berry?
some healing.
They look
She
hungry,
does
Sorsha.
not
Could you
have good
Sorsha.
berry? She does not have good berry prepared today. Also, by the way, so sorry that we have ads on Twitch. It's a whole thing. I turned on ads because now there's no pre-roll ads, so if somebody joins, they don't get an ad right away. I thought that I turned ads off altogether, but that was not a thing, and that was never a thing, which is fucking stupid. Anyways. All right. I can
do some healing, but I can't feed them.
What is the unicorn spirit thing again? That one is
heals them?
Right.
I mean, we've definitely have rations. I just if they're hungry. Yeah, Vaughn has rations. Look at that. Whoa.
Yeah.
My burglar's
Each of
kit
your choice
again.
also regains hit points equal to your druid level, so she can do a big fucking spell of mass healing word and that could be totally enough. If she pops the spirit, which she did during the
She did the hawk spirit during the
battle.
combat. Yeah.
Second bonus section, you can do this how many times? Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. So, we'll not be able to do it right now. But she could still do a healing word if y'all want her to do that, I think.
Yeah, if she wants to.
Just to
I
get
can do a
these
mass
three on
cure
their
wounds
feet.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she
We don't need
have
them
mass
fighting. We just
healing
need them
word?
standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe I
standing and
misremembered. I don't
moving,
think she
ideally.
has mass healing word.
Oh, well.
Huh. I thought the druids had that. They do have mass cure wounds, but that's a 5th level spell. So, which she could heal everybody.
I
can
wouldn't say
also
no
do
to some additional
prayer.
healing.
I could do prayer of healing. Also,
Prayer of healing would be
spend
great.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
And that's
we've got 10
free,
minutes.
right? Or something? Is it a spell level? I
Second
forget.
level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's like
Um,
3d10 or something of healing. It's Pretty good.
It's 2d8 plus
2d8.
my spellcasting modifier. But also beforehand, I can cast Beacon of Hope and just get the max for everyone.
Okay.
Is everyone feeling that? Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
then,
can get-
how many people can you target with
Prayer of healing.
Six.
called prayer of healing?
Yeah.
So
Wait, hold on. Maybe I can't use Beacon of Hope. How long does it last? Up to 1 minute. Okay. Never mind. I can't Beacon of Hope it up.
that's fine. We can just do the.
because the timing wouldn't work.
Yeah.
We can just get enough for.
You could also just do Aura Vitality. I can hit 3 of y'all, or I mean 10 of y'all. That
I'll
would
go Aura
regain 12
Vitality
hit
too.
points each.
Yeah.
Each time. Want to do that? Want to do a Beacon of Hope Aura Vitality combo?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Incredible. All right. I have 10, 12 point healings that I can give to people.
Let's start with the werewolves. How much do we
Incredible.
want to
They-
heal them up? Well, the other two are probably have less hit points than Leilyn does.
Well, you could also do something less. Like you could do just like a healing word or cure wounds or something like that in order to bring them back up. But I think Lumaria is going to take some if
Mhm.
if
I would
y'all
also
are okay
like
with
to
that.
take some, but I also want to make sure Leilyn's okay.
Yeah, I mean you can heal. Oh my god. You can heal Leilyn. Leilyn will get 12. You can hit we can hit the other 2 if you'd like. That'd be 3 uses of the 10.
Yeah.
Vaughn will hit you once.
Okay.
We'll hit Lumari. Lumari is very low. So
That makes sense.
we're gonna hit Lumari maybe twice if everybody's okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
don't
going
need
to take one
anything.
unless we have
Yeah.
them extra.
Okay.
I don't need anything.
How much
So you can hit
is
Lumaria like 3
Esmeralda
times.
at? Esmeralda is at 38. Yeah, she'll take some. Okay, so we have Vaughn. How are you at? What are you at right now?
I'm at 83 now.
83.
Yeah. Out of
We had 2 for
121.
Lumari, 1 for you. Are we doing all 3 for the werewolves?
Yes. I think we heal up all the werewolves.
Okay.
And then I can.
So then we have 4 more. I will give 2 to Esmeralda.
Okay.
And then they are at 50 and 62, so I will give them the other 2 if y'all are okay with that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So then another 12 to them. All right. Everybody is relatively healed up.
Okay, I can do another round of healing.
Okay.
We want.
All right. So
I can. Should I just do Aura Vitality too?
it's up to you. But
Do we
as you're doing
need that much?
Leilyn and the other 2 awaken. And there's the first thing that happens is they are like blinded by how bright everything is because they have been stuck in a dark room for a couple days. And so they all like wake up and see each of you. 2 of them are instantly terrified, but Leilyn, who knows you, is kind of no, it's okay.
Hello,
How did you find
Leilyn.
us? Never mind that. Where's my mom?
She has. We saved her already. She is out in the woods currently.
Okay.
She's good.
Okay.
She has my finger, so we can contact her. We just want. She sent us in after you.
Okay.
A lot of
And then,
people died, and we didn't think it was safe for you to stay in their possession much longer.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. One of the other persons nearby Katya would know this person. Their name is Franz. They are Leilyn's uncle. But he says, oh, and Aurora is out of the town, or
Yes,
what is she?
Yes, hop that fence over the walls over there with another individual. I'll describe the other person.
That's Zuleika. That's
Sure.
our alpha.
Oh,
Oh,
that's good. But yes, we can contact Aurora and everything.
okay.
We just wanted to
okay.
get you all back on your feet and everything first.
And Emil?
I pull out rations. This is all I have at the moment.
Emil. There
Emil.
was another.
Ooh, that one.
We got what was.
That's understood. That was Zuleika's husband. Mate.
Ah. I still pull out rations anyway.
Yeah. And
them.
they each devour them. Leilyn just looks at everybody else. I see you have some new people since I've seen you.
Oh, yes.
Howdy.
Hi. So what's the plan? You have a plan, right?
Yes.
I
We
what
do.
order of a plan to get you out of here? Yes, we're going over a wall.
Okay.
Working on the next parts of it, and we can't discuss all of it here.
Oh. Okay.
We've probably, as you've seen, gotten into some shit. I gesture up
Sure.
at the sun.
Yeah, no, I see that. So that was you. I mean, I'm not surprised, but
Yeah.
Not to, brag
it's
or
good to
anything,
know that
but
it wasn't, killing us that did that. Okay.
Sorry
well,
it caused you some bad press.
That's just how it is. It's how it was in Kresk. That's how it is here.
if it makes you feel any better, we've murdered all of them.
That does actually make me feel a little better. That's good. Okay. And the fact
Bright
that my
side.
mom isn't dead is the only reason why I'm not broken down right now. Okay, so the plan to get out of here. Where is my mom?
Making her way back towards the werewolf camp,
Is that where she...
Okay.
right? Yeah, we tell her to
We
get
just
her.
kind of
You
told her to leave.
go to the Vistani camp. And she said that she would be on the outskirts in the forest because she's not trusting of people outside of y'all.
Yeah.
So, you can assume that it's probably in the forested area near the Vistani camp.
Let me read what my finger does.
Yes.
Da 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 da. All right, so she cannot respond to me if I say anything. But
we can tell her that we're on the way.
or we can tell her to meet us somewhere specific. That is probably a better idea. If I don't know the area around this town very well, but if we can find somewhere.
We can go into the forest
Yes.
outside of town. I mean, hell, we can find where she is with just scent alone. So if we need to find her, we can do that. And then Katya also says, I also know where the Vistani camp is if we need that. Esmeralda also says that.
All right, we all get it. You all know where it is.
We know the Vistani. We are just so cool.
I haven't been here before. I got too close to the town one time and I got hit with tomatoes. But yes, I believe now the plan is we leave the town head that way. Then
Okay.
we will have to return back here, but for now we want to make sure you're all together.
Okay. Yeah. So.
I will send a message to Aurora.
Okay. What are you letting her know?
I have to do this stupid finger counting. I'm not going to even say probably 25 words.
Yeah.
We have Leilyn and 2 others. We're leaving the town now and heading towards the Vistani camp. They'll help us find you.
Cool. Hi, Raiders. You send the message. There's no response back.
Mm-hmm.
But you've sent it.
And
so
we leave. We try to leave at least.
Each well, they're like, well, they don't have the manacles anymore. So yeah, they're able to shift into their werewolven forms, hop the fence. Each of you, I mean, Beatrice can fly. Vaughn, you can like literally climb over it.
Katya's got
Katya
spider
can walk
climb.
over it. Lumari is the tricky one, which I guess
can carry one person as well.
Esmeralda can also fly and carry somebody. So maybe both of you work together to bring Lumari over.
What about Citron?
Yeah.
Citron and Sorsha.
Sorsha's still a spider? No, because Sorsha had to cast a spell. Sorsha's not a spider anymore.
Should Sorsha go?
You guys
I think
can
it
go
was
in the
Giant
hold.
Eagle. That's how we got over last time.
Sorsha
You guys want to go in the hole for a little bit?
Shapes.
Mm.
That
Yeah,
works. That works.
We can portable
Can I
hold.
just walk through the
throw some-
gate?
Well, there might be guards.
You could try. There are guards for sure. You would basically get into a battle where you will wipe the fucking floor with these guards, but you're also kind of murdering them. So it's up to
Citron,
you.
the hole's nice.
Need body parts. All right.
There's so many back at the
You
town
had
square.
so many body parts.
We can go back to the town square and push as many as you want in the hole.
I got some. I'm pretty sure I got some.
Right.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, for sure. Got some.
Just got a bunch of
body
arms
parts.
like dangling
I'm
off,
pretty sure. Yeah.
tied
yeah.
at the wrist,
It's like,
dangling.
hi, Leilyn. Meet our new friends. They're covered in gore and body parts.
Just
I'm pretty
waving
sure
all the
I specifically
arms.
said. I'm pretty sure, like, it was the last session, like, I specifically said that I did that, so.
You did.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So, easy enough. Y'all are level 15 or 14, which
Spoilers.
actually,
Spoilers.
now that you have surpassed each of these barriers, y'all will level up on the next long rest. So,
Wow.
that is
Nice.
the final level up of this campaign.
the final multi-class I could take.
Oh wow. I'm gonna take one level in Druid just to shake it up.
Ooh.
So, you all hop over the fence, easy enough to find Aurora. You all regroup, and Aurora and Leilyn immediately embrace each other. A reunion that was filled with anxiety beforehand, and now contentment. Contentment? Anyways. They're happy.
Contempt is bad.
Contempt is bad.
Content is good.
Contentment.
One of them.
Mhm.
They're happy.
It's good.
They're very happy. But then the conversation
Fire Nation
quickly
attacked.
leads to, now what?
Right. So we need to communicate to them our thought of get to Moonshade so we can get you into whatever able-bodied warriors.
Yeah.
Beatrice would say send everyone. I'm sure everyone else will be much like
Right.
send people who actually make sense to go.
I still have a telepathic bond with Leilyn because it lasts for 3 hours.
Yeah, all 3 of them, because
Yeah.
you picked all 3 of them. And
Yeah,
then
I
you
don't
also
have one with
a bond
Aurora.
with, well, I mean, you have the message thing with Aurora.
Yeah.
You
I
can
could use
y'all are
another
just
psionic power.
Y'all are all just, I mean, you could just do that shit again, too.
Just, I re-up, I use another one. Let's all get in the fucking
Vaughn
voice
is just
call.
in the middle, just shooting mental messages to everybody. So.
So, do they have a way to get to Moonshade? Like, what's the quickest they could get there?
I don't know if they know where Moonshade is.
I can open up a portal that they can just walk through if
right
we
now.
want to do
Okay.
that. I mean,
I
yes,
think that's
I
the
have
move.
just one spell left to do that.
I mean-
so if we are trying to get back to our tower, that would no longer be an option, at least for me.
It's the other matter of the werewolves that are still at the den, and then if we are fixing that, and gestures to their alpha.
Which I could still fix. What I could do is I could open up a portal, go with them,
Mhm.
open up another one that they can go through, and then regroup with everyone tomorrow. I could do that.
Will you be safe with them?
Well, I mean, I imagine so. I don't think
Sunset is coming, is my concern.
the tower is right there. Maybe
True, right? If you go to the werewolf den, and if they would be willing
It's
to go
still-
to the tower,
it's still pretty early. If I go there now, we can most likely get there before the sun goes down.
All right.
And then she kind of looks over to the other werewolves who are just like, yeah, I mean, they're willing to go back to the den, gather all the things that they need.
And then she'll regroup with us, however makes most sense.
Tomorrow, because she will
Yeah.
not be able to transport via plants again.
just how would I guess we have to then set now a spot where we will meet you. Because I mean, Citron, if we could go back to the temple, the hole in the ground, there's a
Yes.
tree above that island, yes, or nearby it.
There would be trees nearby. Berez is right there too, so like it could be like really close.
Right.
Okay.
Because then
So-
if we plan on going back there tonight, then in the morning we meet there.
Mm-hmm. And this is also a great opportunity for Sorsha to be able to go to Moonshade and explain the plan to them, because I'm not sure we've actually talked to them yet.
Right. So if that is the case,
It's going to take Sorsha
no, she
another
could still-
day.
She could still, but it would be like a day in order to. This is where it gets into that like planning session where y'all are going to be basically figuring out what you're doing for the wedding. But yeah, there are plenty of trees near the island. She'd be able to meet back up there if needed.
Got it. Do we have any reason we would need to leave our sanctum until Sorsha gets back to us? Like, can we just be like, we'll be there until you get back, assuming that's like 2 days maximum?
That would be. I don't know. There'd be no reason to, probably, unless like something happens like dramatically at the end of the session or something. But like,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Assuming that everything just goes fine, like no, we would just need food.
Right.
But like,
Which
we're in
is
a
easy.
town. Like if we go raid
Yeah.
Fiona Voctor's house, we could probably get a bunch of shit and then
We
just
still
hang
need
out.
to talk to like. Need to find your mom.
Yeah, I know.
So, but theoretically, we're going back. We want to be there tonight. So I guess like
Yeah.
we're gonna get the wolves out of here. Sorsha's
Yeah.
gonna go with them, theoretically, or whatever that makes it, whatever that plan is. And then we can go back into the town now, and at some point, Citron will send us back to the temple.
Yes.
So if we can find your mom today, then we won't have to come back here. If we don't, we could always just come back.
Just we have to
Sorsha-
figure out how we're gonna find
Sorsha
her.
has to.
Right.
Sorsha has to come back.
Sorsha can stay with you. She can just create a portal to the den. They can walk through. She can stay with you if you want. It's just that if she stays with you, the next day she will go there and then she'll go to Moonshade because she's not going to stay at the den.
I think they should, because otherwise she has to spend a bunch of spells to get there and then get to Moonshade, and she might as well just go there now with them. It's
Yeah,
less
yeah.
casting of the
With them.
spell, because then, like,
Sure.
theoretically
Makes sense.
She can
after
protect them
Moonshade,
too.
Yeah, because theoretically, after Moonshade, she could come back to us if she needed to.
Exactly. Yeah, if you do ascending, she right to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she just goes with them, and then
Okay.
we do as much as we can. Do we have a way to get back here? We don't have a way. So really, this is the thing. If Sorsha goes with them, we don't have a way to get here quickly back from our temple because we came here through a tree.
Yes.
So we would have to do whatever we're going to do today. And then
we have to speed run the rest of Valakai today.
Yeah.
Right.
Or we find somewhere safe in Valakai to make a temple that we think Strahd won't find.
Yeah, well, I think there's a river right there.
Yeah, we could. I mean, we wouldn't have water breathing because that's a Sorsha thing, unless she casts us on it right now.
She could do it now, and then it would last for 24 hours. Right?
Yeah. Maybe do that as a safety, just in case we need to make it underwater.
Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Water breathing.
here's my-
Look.
Good to go. Cool.
He's probably going to get word that some major stuff went down in Valakai and assume it was us. So it's probably a pretty good bet he would show up here tonight to try and see if we're around. So I think unless we really can't leave, we really should leave tonight.
Yeah.
Because he's going to come here.
Okay.
Cool.
So then that's
the plan.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Right.
How do we go about finding my mother?
What do you know? Nothing?
That she is in Valakai?
Do we know how old you are?
I am 19. I'm older than Leilyn.
Just have to rub that in my face every time.
It is just...
But
I don't know.
Do we know if that's like a true age? I guess it might. Like, do we know you were born 19 years ago? Do we know if
I
you
climbed out
age
of
normally?
my mother's stomach 19 years ago, from my vast knowledge.
That's one way to describe the birthing process.
Well, that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I ripped my way out.
I think you must have been some sort of infant when you were taken, which puts your mother, assuming human standard biology, maybe at the youngest 40.
The only other thing I know is this. I hold up one of my amulets.
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking at?
It's
the Moonweaver amulet?
Yeah, like Moonweaver, Night Mother type of symbol.
That's the only other thing I know aside from myself, but I don't know how much of this is being warped by Babala Saga.
Do we have any sort of does anyone have locate object?
I might.
Because can't you locate objects of a tap? And if we cast locate object on...
I have it prepared.
Oh.
You have it prepared?
If we cast locate... And you can target a type of object, right?
I
I mean, it's an object that's
just grab my camera up. Yeah, I need to be familiar with it.
the nearest object of a particular kind, a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
So if you do locate object on a symbol of the Moonweaver, and how many people are going to have that in Valakai? No one.
I mean, and it depends how many they've confiscated from,
Yeah.
you know,
It only
the
lasts
werewolves.
10 minutes.
The spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind.
Which is going to
So
be
it-
the two I have around my neck.
Right.
Exactly.
But it lasts
You
10
could just-
minutes if the source is moving, like if the source of the spell is moving. It will
Oh, you're saying
ping
as
to
like
the
a walk
newest
through
one.
the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. The spell can locate
I mean, also,
specific object known to you as long as you have
If I
seen it
put
up
these
close.
in the hole and we close the hole, or in Katya's bag of holding,
then they won't be
then
there.
it will detect the next nearest one, assuming that my mother would have another one.
I would
Mhm.
think that she would have some sort of object of the Moonweaver if she cared enough about it to give it to you as a child. Right?
I don't know the woman.
I'm open to other options. That's just the first thing I can. If the only thing we know about is this object.
The only other thing, I was given nothing because the rest of it was, do you want to make a deal with me? And I was like, not really. You gave me all the information. I need to figure it out on my own. Valakai's not that big of a town.
Yeah, how 1,000
feet isn't
radius.
bad.
Like how quickly would, like, is it literally if like Citron flew over the top of the town?
It was like 700 feet from like where the town square to the Burgomaster's house or something.
It's like there's a little scale down here. There's 1,000 feet.
Yeah, so that's like you could walk the center of town and like be totally fine with seeing everything around.
Yeah, just not like the very outskirts up
Except
there.
for that, yeah, you would have to go up the outskirts on its own. But like you could just walk down the main road, check everything in the lower half, and then go up. And you might have to cast it again because 10 minutes?
Yeah,
I can do that. You can walk like, how much is that? A mile? You can walk about a mile in 10 minutes, which that's about how long it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also run, which would attract a little bit more attention, but I mean, nobody's really trying to fuck with y'all.
Is there do we know of any temple to the Moonweaver that used to be in the town? We should at least try and go kind of to that area, right?
There's, I believe, only one official temple in the town. Yeah.
I mean now, but did there used to be one?
I don't know. What's the history of Valakai?
I am going to do a roll for Esmeralda because that would be probably actually Citron. You can also do a Aurora lived in Krezg.
Yeah, I guess so.
History. I got a 20.
Yeah, Esmeralda got a shit roll. Okay, cool. So
20.
From as long as you have been here, you have not seen any sort of temple to the Night Mother. So it seems to be like when Strahd came here, he brought the Morning Lord, and anything against the Morning Lord is the enemy, is pretty much what it is. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
we can try that plan.
Okay.
If we so wish to.
And I guess that's just all of us going back in, right? We don't want to just send Citron in alone, right? That doesn't there's no benefit to that, really.
We might as well all go together. I
do enjoy my alone time.
If you wish to go in by yourself, but if the Huntress is still in that town.
Oh no, I don't want to deal with her.
Right, yes, so.
Okay.
I am going to give Leilyn a bolstering magic so she can have a first level spell back.
Okay. All right.
So, that's something for her.
All right. What can she do? Cool. Okay.
It's something.
It's something. All right.
Okay. Are we trying to move stealthily, or do we just want to... I mean, the Huntress is going to come out, so we should move stealthily, right?
Just walk through. Yeah. Okay, so then...
We should will want to. We just won't have Sorsha, so you guys will be at a disadvantage.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... Is there a way we can just kind of... Can I try and go for more of like a acting casual thing than a moving stealthily thing? Like, can I try and dress down what I'm wearing? Take off my hat.
That would be a better approach for sure. I'm trying to like disguise yourselves away from what you had originally looked like. That would probably be better. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I don't like that. I was gonna say I'll put my cane. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna put my cane in the portable hole, and I'm gonna put my hat in the portable hole. You
could put your cane in the bag of holding. That's more accessible.
That's easier. Yeah.
If you need a quick
put it
draw
in the bag of holding. I'll take my hair down to cover part of my face with it out of the braids.
Whoa.
I know.
That's a different Beatrice look altogether.
It's a very different look. Does anyone have like a cloak or anything? Just like a
I have this lovely bear cloak.
Oh, that works.
I could use a cloak.
Well, yeah, probably both of us could use some covering.
I only took one cloak from the
I've got my scarf. I can wrap that around my face.
Let me see what else I have on here. I have these robes. I have the Seeker Priest robes. Apparently.
Yeah? Okay.
What I might.
I just have some random robes. I also have the sun mask if you want it. It's my shoulder pauldron currently, but
too much.
Yeah.
I'll take one of the Seeker robes. Those are like sort of fancy religious robes. Is that right?
Is it, I think it's from the Temple of the Seeker, right?
Temple of the Seeker, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like more natural, like made of like leaves and moss, and there's like mushrooms on it as well. So it's a lot more natural.
If I turn it inside out, is it a little less distinctive?
Well, I mean, it's made of leaves, so when you flip it inside out, it's just the other side of the leaves. I would say a little bit because it doesn't have like the mushrooms coming up, and like it doesn't have the moss on the outside. It's more of just the leaves. There are like little pieces of the moss that are trying to like hold on to it, but outside of that, yeah, I would say it's a little bit more inconspicuous.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I've got my hair down, blonde grudge look.
Okay.
Just to kind of try and cover like my eye, which people wouldn't recognize, but still.
Right.
And then I put the cloak on. My cane is in the bag of holding. I look super different.
Okay.
I have vestments I can wear or fine clothing.
Okay. Cool. Right on.
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self, and I'm gonna unzip myself into a guard.
Ooh. All right. Lumaria will follow suit and also cast Disguise Self and not rip out of their skin, but will instead just use magic because I love it so much.
Listen.
And then Katya or Esmeralda could take the cloak, the bear cape.
Yeah. Esmeralda can do that. Let's see. See her. Got a whole like thing. She'll take the cloak. She has crossbows, so that makes sense. Katya has a cloak on her armor, and I don't know if she would take it off.
Costume change.
Right? Like this would be huge if she does. Like a big decrease on armor class.
Oh.
I mean, Katya just
her armor or the cloak.
Well, I mean, the armor is what is like a distinct signifier that you were not from here. How many uses of invisibility does she have? Let me see.
I'm also going to grab like a big stick to use as a walking stick because I do kind of, I don't need it, but I definitely think I would be more comfortable with it.
So she can't cast invisibility.
Should I try to do a character voice for this? What does a guard sound like?
Oh my god.
Kind of gruff. Like this.
Stop right there. Criminal scum.
That's very good.
Yeah, I believe it.
You've been caught breaking the law.
Shut the fuck up.
Evildoers.
Oh my god.
Stop.
Dude.
In the name of
good.
justice.
The fucking Oblivion Guard. Stop! You violated the law. Oh my god.
I could use stone shape to make a stone cloak. Be very chic.
How the fuck would that work?
Poorly.
Yeah, because I mean, like if you make it too thick, it'll be fucking heavy as shit. But then if you make it too light, if you move, it'll break. That's wild. Okay, so does anybody have another use of invisibility for Katya?
I don't think I do.
'Cause
I think we
that's-
used them both, right? Yeah, I'm out of third. I mean, I'd have to upcast, and I don't know if it's worth.
What level? Wait, I'll give you a bolstering magic. Let's see if that does anything for you.
For me?
Oh,
Yeah,
let's see.
you can have up to a third level spell back.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
You could do like a 2 and a 1, right?
No, you can only pick one.
Ah,
Well,
shit.
I will give myself a level 2 because I'm full on 3, but I have no
Okay.
2s. I've just spent all my 2 level spells. Okay, well then I can cast that invisibility on her.
Okay. Well, you could
Yeah.
upcast with the 3rd level if you wanted as well.
I know, so I guess
You could if you wanted
it all
to.
comes to the same where I will have.
Oh
'cause I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
burn
could
the
just
spell slot
have like
immediately.
the 3rd level spell slot back, yeah, if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's gonna
There
all
you
come
go.
to the same thing.
You would have 2 people that you can make invisible. Which your entire party is already in a disguise. So
I'm gonna
think
make Bocephalus invisible.
Oh, I was just going to make my
Incredible.
dog disappear, but that also
Oh.
works.
Well, would somebody else prefer to be invisible?
Let's see.
My dog might be useful. They can smell and see invisible things.
It is
As-
nice to have him go and scout stuff
Yeah.
from the sky. Yeah, let's
Okay.
we'll cast it on him.
Cool.
So,
It
invisibility
is
cast.
a guard dog.
So for the rest of the time that you are walking around looking for this person, that is how long this invisibility is going to last, unless you cast something else that has concentration.
Sure.
Or if they do something. So I would like a group trying to figure
Deception
out
and
whether or not-
stealth. Who's
well,
being
I'm
stealthy?
thinking performance or deception. I think deception fits the best out of all of
Can
the skills. So
Can
go
I
ahead
use
and do
performance anyway?
see your thing is what made me think of performance. Yeah, okay. You could do a performance check.
Yes, I'm good at that
Everybody
one.
else will do deception.
Why are you good at performance? You don't have high
I
charisma.
get it from Bladesinger
Oh, that makes sense.
because it's a
Interesting.
dance performance
Yeah.
technically.
That makes sense.
Okay, what
Natural
am I
20,
rolling?
28.
Incredible. Okay.
19
Deception or performance?
deception or performance.
Oh god.
This is
That's a good roll for
Wild
us.
shit that we're doing. Also,
Yeah.
buy werewolves, buy Sorsha. We'll
I'm
see you
gonna-
tomorrow.
Just
See you when we see you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they
use
they
emboldening
fuck
bond.
off to the den. You
Ooh,
want to use an
emboldening
emboldening bond? Okay, so then go ahead
Yeah.
and Vaughn, go ahead and roll a d4 because
Thank you so kindly.
Beatrice will not fucking need that. Damn. So that's a 23 now.
I
Yeah.
like drop my accent. I take on a Barovian accent.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Deception. It's
You have a reroll?
Honestly, actually you do.
Oh, heck yeah, I'm
So
using
that's
a
a-
reroll.
20. Nope, that is a 20.
You have emboldening bond.
You could still take the 5.
I take the 5 and roll a d4.
I can also give you a flash of genius. You're kind of the most
I'm a-
important one. You've got the spell going.
6.
An 11. An 11,
11.
plus 5.
This is a group check,
11.
so you're not
Okay.
absolutely screwed.
Okay.
But I imagine that you're like walking out and you just look still undead completely. So Beatrice
No,
is
it's
like,
because
listen,
I put on my vestments, and so I look a
Ah.
little too religious,
there you go.
like too out of
Beatrice
place.
is like,
yeah.
hold on.
I just go through and like hide some
Yeah.
symbols on it.
So
yeah,
I got
'cause I think
a
it's very
21.
clearly like vestments for Bahamut.
Yeah.
It's like
21
who
for
Barovia
Esmeralda.
worships.
And then Katya will do a stealth check, which was pretty good. Okay, that is 18, which is fucking good. All right.
Killing it.
So, with a 28/natural 20 from Beatrice, that easily makes up for Citron. Lumaria needs to do one as well, which, god damn, I rolled really high. Nothing under a 13. We're doing deception, which 26. Is there anybody else that I need to roll for? I don't think so. Now that I feel like the party size just shrunk tremendously because we now don't have Leilyn nor Sorsha here, as well as the werewolf. So it's just like, I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Does Bocephalus need a roll?
Oh, does Bocephalus need a stealth?
Well, Bocephalus isn't here yet. Like, they disappeared, right? Which invisibility
we were
still
gonna make
works
them
on them,
stealthed.
right?
Invisibility would still work on them, and I just have to poof them out?
You could just
I
use
guess
an
just
action.
poof them out if you need them.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, Citron, you are casting Locate Object as you are all walking through. You're walking through that southern gate to get back in.
Sure.
Or just gonna do like a big loop, maybe.
It's up to you. Yeah. However you want to do,
like
or if you want to
way.
go over the, if you want to go over the wall and skip the guards entirely, y'all can do that as well.
I have no way to get over the wall.
I feel like that's kind of like the most efficient way. The little path I just put, I feel like that's kind of like if we do like, we're gonna get, you know what I mean? I feel like something kind of loosely like that. Okay.
Sure.
So we try to just go through the gate normally?
So do you want to go through the gate? Esmeralda can fly if you want, as well as Beatrice can fly, so you can like.
I'll stay with the people going through the gate to help talk them through.
Well, you can lift people over the wall if you'd like. That is what I'm saying.
Also, you know what?
You would just
I'll
have
pass.
to take some time.
Sure. If somebody wants to go over the wall that would rather fly, I'll give them my wing. Well, they have to attune to them. Never mind. I'll keep my winged boots on. But I'm just saying I'd rather like, if we're going through the gate, I'll stay with them to like talk to anyone who needs to go through the gate.
So are we going through the gate or are we trying to find a way over?
Let's just go through the gate.
Go through the gate. Okay.
We'll deal with it.
So as you approach the gate, you see the guards are looking. What?
I raise like an arm to like kind of hail them.
I'm so sorry. We were out in the wilderness. This guard found us. We were beset by werewolves, and we were told we could come back here for safety tonight. Is that true?
Well,
we are so desperate. Please,
open the gate. You might not find very much safety here. Just look out for a group of adventurers. They're killing innocent people.
Oh, God. Well, be careful. Everyone, quickly.
So, that was the deception check that got you through the gate. You are able to make it through, and you are walking through town looking for an amulet, which I imagine you put the amulet in the, or the two amulets in the
bag of holding. Yeah.
Now I need to figure out if this is like a ongoing. I think it is. Just want to read it over again. Locate object.
I think it's just radar that will ping once it gets there.
Yeah.
My dog is freaking out. I'll be right back.
No worries. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location. Blah, 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 but we're not doing that one. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once, which you're using this. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. Spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks the direct path between you and the object. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Cool. All right. You begin walking through town. And it seems like at this point, everything has died down. The people are carefully walking around, not paying much mind to each of you, though there are some looks that you get, but not... It's mainly because you're walking with 2 guards.
Go about your way, citizens.
And they look away as you're walking towards them, looking at them, and continue walking. You walk through the town, going east. You don't find anything. You go northwest. And then finally you start to go north. And one of the smaller buildings there pings your awareness. It's this very small, quaint, almost hut. You could see on the outside in the backyard, there's this small little patch of moss and mushrooms that seem to be growing. And then you just see this man on the outside. This human man that is currently getting a pack ready with, you can see there are like snow boots and different sorts of like winter gear. You can see that there is like a large coat that is being buckled into this backpack. But that is where you see the ping.
I'm trying to be inconspicuous as I'm pointing like
We
there.
We still, I think, have our telepathic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excellent. Then yeah, I say telepathically. It's there.
I don't know how to approach this scene.
I don't either. I guess we'll just walk up. Hail and well met.
I suppose that would work. I look like a guard right now, which isn't.
Ask why they're packing, where they're going, what they're doing.
I don't want to frighten the poor man.
Well, be casual about it.
Oh, right. Yes, I'm very good at that.
Beatrice, any suggestions from you?
I got a little distracted by wares on sale because I had to go take care of my dog. So I came I came back in as you guys were saying you saw a ping in a guy's bag. Where exactly is he?
So
up north.
Yeah, it's on the northern strip, like one of the more further north, very small like hut situation. The backyard has like this like mossy farm of like mushrooms that come out. And there is a human male that is just in front of this hut that is currently packing what seems to be a winter bag with snow boots and a large winter coat that they just like buckled on. But that's where the ping comes from.
Can we tell if he's like about to walk out? Like if we linger about for a while, can we just follow him out of town? He might be more willing. I don't know. If I was in a town that was dangerous for people who worship me, I'd be less likely to talk, as opposed to like if I ran it. Would you be less likely to talk to strangers meeting you on the road? I don't know.
Especially in Barovia. Who knows?
Yeah. Also, there's a chance we might have to come back in here because that's not a mother as far as we know.
True.
And you were specifically told a mother. Your mother is here.
Yes, my mother is here. Do we just approach and see what happens, or do we just wait and see what he does? Either option are creepy and perturbing.
I think we should just talk to him, because if that goes badly, then we can just follow him.
True, yes. Should I still look like this? Or should I... I don't know which is better. Both are bad, I think.
One's less bad than the other, though.
Me? Or a relatively normal-looking person?
A relatively normal-looking person.
Oh. Ouch. All right.
I actually would disagree, but that's fine.
Ouch.
I think.
Okay.
I think.
Whoa.
No, what I'm saying is, like, I'm saying a guard who is, like, specifically been hunting followers of my god versus just somebody who looks a little bit off. I feel like I'm gonna trust the person who looks a little bit off.
Okay, hold on.
Good point.
I think you're very oversimplifying what Vaughn looks like.
That's true.
This is a 7 foot tall,
I will
slender,
say, I think that is how
looking-
Beatrice looked. I think that
Sure.
Beatrice, he's just a little. They're just a little bit off.
Just a little guy.
Just to Beatrice.
They're only 7'9".
That's not that unusual.
It's not uncommon in these parts.
It's not
I've
unusual.
literally seen people who are like stitched together from different kinds of animals. I think Vaughn looks comparatively normal to some people.
It's not that much weirder than Citron, who's sewn up multiple people and dragonborn.
Very true.
I mean, I think it.
Rotting.
Or someone else can be the one that approaches them and talks to them.
Right.
It can only be your call on this, Vaughn.
I am not good at talking, we might have gathered, and I don't necessarily know what to do. This is not what I anticipated. I don't know what I anticipated, but this wasn't it. It could just be a guy.
Right.
Could just be a guy. Who knows?
But there's a chance that he might know other followers.
True. Is he still, like, packing his stuff?
Yeah, he like goes inside and then for like a minute comes back out with
Has he noticed us loitering in front of his little cottage?
well, that depends. How obvious are you trying to be?
We could be up to 1,000 feet away. We're like a football field away.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all could just be like gathered somewhere and just like kind of getting a eye every once in a while. So not paying attention. Not really focused on you right now.
Whoever goes should take this, and I'll take out the thing from the bag of holding, the other symbol that Vaughn had.
Well, I mean, I'm dressed in vestments, but it's not for the Morning Lord, and so me going in and showing a different god might be a Coleman or something. And then hold up the other symbol, and I'm also not great with words or people, so
I'm happy to go on. I'm happy to go on your behalf if you want me to. I think it should be your call who and how we do this, Vaughn.
Right. No, I know, and I understand that, and I appreciate that. If you do not mind doing it, and if you are not interrupted whilst doing so.
Sorry, had to get this very big cat.
Oh, it's actually okay to be interrupted. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
So cute.
This is Smokey.
Hi, Smokey.
So cute.
Can you guys hear his little meow? He's mad at me. He doesn't want to be on my lap. He's so mad at me. Get out of.
Worth it.
Worth it. I can send Bocephalus with you, or I could, I guess, go with you as well. I do look like a guard.
I'm happy to. I'm not too worried about that person being potentially dangerous.
Okay, all right.
But I think sending Bocephalus with me, I'm happy to take him with me.
All right. Yes.
And do you have a telepathic bond with me right now?
Yes.
Okay, and you can hear me and I can hear you, or just one way?
Yeah, we can communicate with each other. It's just we all can't. I'm the hub.
I can cast Rory's telepathic bond. so we can all communicate with each other.
I mean, you have.
Do you think it matters in this
Well, with
situation,
Vaughn-
though? I don't know if
with
it matters in
Vaughn
this
being-
situation.
I'm just a hub at this point.
You will be
Yeah.
a hub, but you're also going to be focused on something else while this happens. So I mean, you're not
True.
really going to be
If I
focused
am
on.
listening through Bocephalus, yeah.
Right.
Oh, right. You're seeing through Bocephalus. That's true.
And you're going to be
All right.
focused on what this person is saying.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
If-
happy
if
to
you
be a
wish to.
mouthpiece. So, yeah, I think that I'd be honored. to
All
help,
right. Thank you, Beatrice.
of course. And anything you want me to say, I'm happy to communicate for you.
All right.
You
I
just-
don't. Yes. Yes. Of course.
Okay.
Okay.
Beatrice, you.
I tuck the amulet under my robes.
Okay.
As if it is something I normally wear.
Go ahead and do a perception check.
Not great at those.
That's fine.
As
As you
you roll
approach-
a d4.
Oh, I can add a D4. A
Add a
D4 to my 5.
And
I can get a
flash
I
of
can-
genius. You could throw that and make it a little bit higher.
Nah, right now it's okay. I got a 1 to
Yeah.
6.
Woo.
Woo.
So as you're approaching, you see the door open. You're not able to get very much of a good look on the inside as the door closes pretty quickly after they come out. You can see this, like, maybe 40s man that has a robust beard. He is currently... He has finished packing that bag that he had and is now seeming to be like kind of recounting everything that he packed, making sure that he has everything. And as you approach, he kind of looks over, doesn't know if you're really approaching him or not, and then just kind of looks over at you.
I'm sorry, I just saw you were about to leave town.
Okay. Do I know you?
You wouldn't. I was new to town, but I've been feeling rather unsafe since arriving, so I was thinking about moving on, but I'm not very capable of traveling on my own, so I was wondering if you might be interested. I'd take a road companion?
Do a persuasion check.
Would it be deception or persuasion?
Oh, I guess you could do.
Yeah,
you could
I was
do
lying a lot.
deception. Yeah. I will say this will be. I'll probably set the DC at like
Pretty high.
17.
Sure.
It's gonna be high.
For reference, for this, my goal here is just to open a I just want to get
Sure,
this guy
sure.
talking. Yeah.
Sure.
27.
Sorry, Jayden, what was the DC?
Nothing. So, anyways,
Doesn't matter.
He looks at his pack, looks at you. You don't look ready to go unless you are leaving with nothing.
I had so little here. I'm happy to, and I sort of like do a gesture and very intentionally flash the symbol of the Morning Lord under my cape. I want it to look like an accident.
The
Oh, okay.
Of the
Moonweaver?
Lord or of the...
Or
Okay.
sorry, of the
Moonweaver.
Sure.
I like sort
see
of
what-
like
yeah.
was like I sort of
I'm
like
picking up what
well,
you're
I didn't
doing.
have much, and then I like do like a glance and then like quickly like I'm sorry. As I said, I'm not. I should, and I just sort of start to turn to leave.
Wait. Come inside.
Okay.
And he
I-
grabs his bag
I
and
sort of,
walks
like,
in.
Do a look around, like I'm checking, and I shoot
Of course.
like a huge wink back at the group, and then I
Love
go
it.
into the hut.
My dog's gonna try to follow in.
Sure. Yeah, easy.
It's invisible.
Yeah, I'll move slowly. I know he's around.
You see he pulls out an amulet that looks similar, except a lot more makeshift. I didn't know that there was any other out here. It's kind of hard to know.
I wasn't sure, but I've been keeping an eye on people who might be leaving town with unclear reasons, and I sort of wondered if maybe I'd seen you'd been keeping yourself away from people, especially those ceremonies they've been having, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't have put you in danger like this. I came here.
Where are you trying to go? And I can assure you it's not where I am going. But I can stop by Krezk if that's where you're going.
I don't really know where I'm going. I came here looking for someone. I was supposed to be able to find... A very good friend of mine had family in Valakai, and they haven't been able to find where they are. All we knew was that they were also followers. So my friend has difficulty traveling in town, so I offered to come on their behalf, and you're the first I've found.
Do you know the name?
No. And the name of my friend is they were given a name by the person who kidnapped them as a child.
Do an insight check.
Okay, not good at those. Not great at those.
Can I do 21. An insight check? Oh well.
But also go
21.
ahead and be a Vaughn.
Yeah, go for it if you would like to do an insight as well.
Yeah, I mean, Vaughn's also bad at it. No.
Add that D4.
Oh, my apologies. That'll save it.
Oh, I'll add the D4 too, just in case that makes a difference.
I could use a
my
psionic knack.
22.
Beatrice got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
You see a sudden look of almost recognition, but like it is so brief that it goes away. Like,
okay.
It is just like, no.
I just can't. It was so long ago. I mean, they know nothing. They were taken as a baby. They're only about 19, 20 now. So I don't even know if their family would still be here or if anyone would remember them. They're not even sure how they were taken. They were stolen by some sort of hag, I believe. Are you all right? This is too much. This is so personal. I shouldn't expect all this of you. You don't even know who I am.
I need you to do... This is going to be a persuasion check.
Oh, okay.
And there's a reason why.
Okay.
There it is. That's all you need.
Jesus
That's all you
fucking
need.
Christ.
Go ahead
All right.
and add that D4
Natural
just in
20.
case.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're fine.
Do you want a flash of genius it?
Okay.
cares about this matters so much.
He looks at you and says, "Who sent you?"
My friend. Their name is Vaughn.
They go to a window to look outside. Okay.
I've fucked off somewhere.
How do you know about Baba Lysaga?
I know that she's a horrible hag to the south of here in some horrible swamp, Berez, I think. But
How common is knowledge of Baba Lysaga? Is that something nobody should know about?
It's kind of like a myth.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
it's like women, when they have nowhere to go, they go to Berez to look for Baba Lysaga because this is like, she creates a coven. So it's kind of like a myth at this point. Not really like, just people know not to go to Berez, but they don't know if Baba Lysaga is actually real, or if it's kind of like the boogeyman, but just like slightly more real than that.
Got it. Okay, so I would say like my friend is from Berez. They always said they had some connection to the. I didn't know how much of it was true. Are we in danger?
And you're not sent by...
I would not have come here for... I mean, I don't know how to prove it to you, but...
What does your friend look like?
Oh boy.
They're tall and thin, black hair, light eyes, right? Or dark eyes?
Purple eyes.
They've been transfigured slightly by magic, so I don't... But I mean, they have purple eyes. I don't know how naturally occurring those are.
You said they were 19?
19.
Where are they?
They're hiding in town. I can find them and bring them here, but you have to promise you'll...
Yes, please.
They've been through a lot. They're very worried their family won't... They're very worried that their family will... I don't know. I'm not really sure what they want. I think they just want to know where they came from.
I think... God, you got a natural 20, all right? I think that is my child. You said that they're looking for their mother, but... And you see this person's features begin to shift. And you see as this human man turns into what you now see as a dusk elf woman. Who
trans illusion magic dropping or like physical transformation?
Physical transmutation, changing of the body.
Polymorph?
Or an inherent ability. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. And I sort of like react a little bit to it being a dust elf. That's a little... I'm just a simple farm girl.
And you would know too.
No female dusk elves. No female dusk elves.
Killed off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically. So
they can come here right now.
Please.
Hide yourself. I don't want you.
Yeah. And then shifts back into the human form.
1 second. They have abilities. They're able to hear what I think. So I'll let them know they'll be here in a moment.
Right.
I'm walking.
Of course. You begin walking over, and within a few seconds, you're already at the doorstep. Or the doorway.
Is anyone, like, out on the street?
Nobody's really paying attention.
Okay, I'm gonna...
I mean, you are in a guard's armor right now, so, like...
Yeah, I am about to unzip myself.
Right.
Okay, all right.
That's why I was looking to see if there was a person.
There are people...
I'll duck into a bush if I have to.
Okay, sure. Duck away out of... Go ahead and do a stealth check, just in general.
Yeah, of course. I love to make a stealth check. How's a 25 sound?
You're good.
Okay,
great. And easy enough, you're able to...
My apologies.
Oh my god. You don't need to use a psionic knack.
But we want to. We want to use our emboldening bonds.
No. Psionic knack, which is the thing that Becca always fucking pesters me about. 27 is enough.
Yeah.
You are able to...
I fall into a bush and then roll out as Vaughn again.
And then you approach
Citron
the front door.
very lightly.
Yeah.
Very entertained.
You enter in to find this human man, once again, who is pacing.
I duck my head kind of like upon entering.
I immediately, like...
Because I'm tall.
Reach a hand out to Vaughn and sort of like, this is Vaughn, my friend. I'm sorry, I'm not even sure I know your name, but
And
this is
just,
who I was speaking with.
hello. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It's good to meet you as well. I didn't think that I would. Sorry. She turns around and shifts back into her dusk elf form. I'm Telvia.
Telvia. Yes. Pleasure to meet you.
Mother? I think.
It is my best hazard of a guess as well. I was told that you would be in Valakai, and this was the only thing I had to go off of. I gestured towards the amulet that Beatrice is wearing.
Wait.
Yes, this is... I borrowed it for the sake of opening a conversation. And I sort of like hold it out between the two of them. Not sure how to handle it.
Yeah. She doesn't even pay attention. She just approaches
Vaughn
you,
takes
Vaughn,
it.
and then like puts her hand out.
I'll take it.
She just kind of like looks you over.
Sorry, I'm a bit covered in dirt and stuff. I should have tried to clean somewhat of it off.
No.
All right. Okay.
She told me that you passed.
Oh,
I hope you know that.
I
I never
didn't.
would have left you.
Left. No, it's understandable. I didn't realize that you had existed for really until now. And, well, since I was free of her.
How did you... What is
She's
happening?
dead, by the way.
Wait, like
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
fully dead?
Yes, I burned her house down.
This is wonderful news.
Yeah.
I've been hiding here, thinking that she would come after me.
Why would she do that?
She doesn't typically like when people leave the coven.
Oh. Curious.
After I thought I lost you. I couldn't stand being with all of the others. It was dark and twisted what they were trying to tell me to do. I left. I came here, and I didn't know that you were alive. I swear.
I believe you. And I understand wanting to get away from there. So I do not blame you for taking your chance when you could.
So, I'm afraid to ask, but how did she treat you?
Oh. Well, at first it was, all right. If, you know, you like being reprimanded for not learning magic correctly and not being Strahd von Zarovich, and then eventually you just get put in a cage for 7 years and just kind of left there. Until you can get one of your finger bones broken enough to pick your lock. But it was fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
I should have known that she was going to lie to me about that. Or in a obsession with Strahd. It only makes sense now, looking back. You must have come here for a reason.
I was recently told that you exist. And I couldn't deny the curiosity of it. Past that, I do not know. I hadn't thought that far. I didn't think that I would get to this point in particular. Actually finding you. So I didn't think ahead to the after effects of that.
Well, are you going anywhere?
There's a lot happening right now. We've got things to deal with, but
well, if how did Babala Saga die?
We killed her.
She looks over to you, Beatrice, as well.
There's more of us than...
It wasn't just us, and I'm a lot more powerful than I let on.
So, were you the one from...
Oh, if you're talking about the
Yeah.
The events in...
I'd say most stories you've heard of rumblings around Barovia, probably us. Hi, Raiders.
We've been getting up to a few things, us and our little group.
A few things. That's quite a lot.
I've seen the sun for the first time. That's
sun,
very
that was
that's
us,
very
that was
fascinating.
That was you.
I looked into it and it hurt my eyes a lot, and I didn't realize that that's a thing that it would do.
Look into the sun.
How was I to know? I hadn't seen the thing before. Sun's one of those, legends they talk about. And I guess it's not. It's right there in the sky and all of that, but...
I feel like this is a dream. This cannot be.
Just gonna pinch her. Very lightly.
She goes to give you a hug.
I will Vaughn will kind of freeze for a little before hugging back and just kind of looking over at Beatrice.
I softly
Okay.
I'm kind of gesturing how I think people hug.
Yeah. She feels your 2 arms and then a third one.
Yeah. That wasn't her. That wasn't Baba Saga for the record. That's a different thing. That which doesn't make it sound better or anything either.
So, then, I know that I'm not nearly as adventure hardened as either of you or your friends, but is there space available for me? I don't mean to impose, but I've already lost on 19 years and I don't want to lose another. If you would have me, of course. I understand if you wouldn't.
I do not wish harm to fall upon you, and we tend to end up in harm constantly. But
I'll also say though, Vaughn, as someone you care about, I do think. I'm sorry. I think it would be unsafe for them to go alone.
Right. Well, you were packing things. You were planning on leaving anyway.
Yes, there's the Moonweaver.
Yes.
I had a vision.
Oh.
She spoke to me. Which is why I'm able to do the things that I can do.
Amazing.
She's shown me a path into the mountains, a pilgrimage.
Uh-huh.
To prove my faith.
Uh-huh. To where? In the mountains? To anywhere specific? Hopefully not like a big temple that's just in the mountains. And hopefully a place that's not a temple up in the... Or like a smaller temple in the mountains and not a...
It's in the peaks of Mount Gakis. Which...
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's always there. Come on.
It's where they're at. Did I say something wrong?
No. Of course, no, of course not. Not at all. Of course not.
I think you could certainly travel with us.
Yes.
Not there, but we have places we are going, and I think you having time to spend with Vaughn, and then maybe once things are safer and we've accomplished our mission, maybe that's something you could do together later on, if it still seems like the Moonweaver wants you to do that.
Okay.
Can I ping a magical awareness?
Sure.
I'm trying to see if I get a familiar vibe of a presence that I've encountered before.
Sure. I will say with your deep connection, not really deep connection, but your connection to...
My passing connection.
Your passing connection. I'll give you that.
To another figure that offered me the same spell that she just used. Okay.
Same. Which, by the way, her face is the exact same face that you had seen that very long time ago.
When I died in New York?
Yep.
Dead in New York.
Same one.
Okay. Okay.
I give a ping to Vaughn of like, obviously I think she should come with us, but is there a reason to linger here? Do you need more time here, or should we just take her with us out of here?
I believe we should take her with us out of here. if we can transport all of us. If not, I guess some of us can go in the hole while we transport. Are you sure you wish to come with us, regardless of the danger or not?
Yes. Absolutely. I do not want to miss any more of your life.
All right, then. It is settled, then.
We have some additional people with us. We have a safe place we can go, but we will be teleporting
It's
there.
a little weird.
We
It's a
can't
little
tell
weird
you
of a
where
safe
it
place.
is.
Okay.
But we will be moving very quickly away from here.
Once we're there, we can inform you more about everything of it all. But is there anything you need? I can hold things. I have an extra arm. I can hold a lot of stuff.
No.
I don't mind. I'm the strongest person in all of Barovia. I can hold things. Yes.
I wouldn't doubt
You want to meet my dog? No, we'll save the dog. We'll save the dog. No. We'll do that when we're in the hole. We'll do that then. We'll do that then. That's not right now. That's not right now.
Are we leaving now?
If you require to pack things, then the sooner the better.
Okay. Yes. Give me 10 minutes.
Of course. Yeah.
I feel like just so Johnny doesn't spring this on us, I feel like at some point Citron would have said, like, we'll need to leave, like, at least an hour before sundown so that he can cast his temple so Straw doesn't scry.
Cool.
It's still, like, noon.
Yeah, it's...
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, like, you guys did get a short rest when you were outside of town. I forgot to say that. Y'all were talking. So...
Oh my god, my mom's in fucking league with a dark power.
Oh no.
My mom's in league with a fucking dark power. I knew you'd do this to me.
The Moonweaver, you mean?
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Barovia, you can't get a full W.
Yeah, I got my mom back.
Can the rest of our party, can we ask, like, hey, can the rest of our people come here so we can just, like, from here?
Sure. Okay. She's able to pack up. You are all able to group up. And you're going back to the temple?
Our whole...
Okay.
Is there anything... There's...
Like, the only other thing would be, like, if we raid Fiona Voctor's house.
Yeah, so I do kind of...
Yeah, which...
There's frankly a part of me that's like, could we pause now before the teleport happens, just in case...
Sure. Everybody groups
Here,
up.
Zach is like, you all forgot this very important thing we need to do here.
I think that's a great idea.
Because he knows this town more than we do.
Sure. Absolutely.
But barring Zach saying that, let's just go.
What a session. I was really wondering how y'all were going to find her.
We did it.
And you did it. That was such a great use of locate object
specifically.
Thank you. I owe my life to you.
Wow, that's good thinking ahead.
Incredible. Well, everyone.
My mom.
There's so many hugs that are being given to us. Oh, we have 4 minutes before another ad. All right, cool. We're gonna make sure that we're
get out of here
before the. Thank you everybody for joining us. Wow, that was a long stream. Truly appreciate everybody here. We are going to have a session next Monday, hopefully. But then that Monday after, which is going to be the 2nd of September, we are not going to have a stream. I will be at PAX West. But outside of that, we will level up.
Bye.
For real.
We'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.